In this video, we'll be talking about the product rule for finding derivatives of a product. The rule is the derivative of f times g with respect to x is f times the derivative of g plus g times the derivative of f. Now, if you like to use mnemonics to help you remember rules, if we let f be 1 and g be 2, then the mnemonic that would help us remember this is 1 d2 plus 2 d1. So this d right here is the derivative. So we're saying that 1 multiplied by the derivative of 2 plus 2 multiplied by the derivative of 1. Our first problem that we'll be doing is find the derivative of each of the following, and we can see that this is a product. We have x multiplied by the sine of x. This is the argument in the sine function, so we just have two factors multiplied together. Now I'll write out what we're going to be doing, and then I'll do it. I don't usually write it out every time, but I will for the first few. So I want the first function, which is x, multiplied by the derivative of the second function, which is sine x, plus the second function, sine x, multiplied by the derivative of the first function, which is x. So basically, that's what we're doing. This is 1 d2 plus 2 d1. So our derivative of y is x times the derivative of sine is cosine, and then plus, and then sine x times, and the derivative of x is just 1. So that gives us y prime is equal to x cosine x plus sine x. Let's do another one. On this one we have a product of 2x multiplied by cosine x. Now we're not going to use the product rule on this term because this is just a constant multiple, so we can use the rule that that is out in front of the derivative of this factor. So our derivative then is the first function times the derivative of the second function plus the second function times the derivative of the first function and then let's just do this minus 2 times the derivative of sine x. So our derivative of f of x is 2x times, and the derivative of cosine is a negative sine, x, plus, and then our cosine x multiplied by the derivative of 2x is 2, and then minus 2 times, and the derivative of sine x is cosine x. Now we're going to simplify this a little bit. We have negative 2x sine x Now be very careful, this 2 is not multiplied by the argument of our cosine. It's actually multiplied by the whole cosine factor. So this is the same then as 2 cosine x, and then minus 2 cosine x. These cancel. So our derivative is a negative 2x sine x. And then one last example. Here we have a product of 2 binomials. Now we could multiply this out and then find the derivative of each of the terms. I'm going to use the product rule to show you how that works with this. H prime will be the first function times the derivative of the second function plus the second function times the derivative of the first function. Now we just need to simplify this. And this is the same as 4, so we'll distribute the 4 through the binomial. 4 times 3x is 12x. 4 times negative 2x squared is a negative 8x squared. And then on this one I have 2 binomials multiplied together, so I'll use FOIL. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times a negative 4x is a negative 20x. 4x times 3 is 12x. And then 4x times negative 4x is a negative 16x squared. We can combine like terms, and we get our derivative of h is, this would be a negative 24x squared, and the x's combine to give us plus 4x, and then plus 15.